Alright, so we're going to call 4-wheel parts first. I'm also going to reach out to the wheel spacer company, USWheelAdapters, and we're going to follow up with the inspection place that we just came from. I mean, one of the obvious things is to go immediately back to the place that you just received service from, but there's a good chance that it wasn't their fault, and so I'm going to contact 4-wheel parts. Those are the guys that put it on, and I'm going to see what they have to say about it first, and then we'll move from there. I'm really grateful that it didn't blow off while we were on the highway, especially on that bridge. I mean, that could have been death.
Thank you for calling 4-wheel parts. Where is this? Can I help you?
Hey, I had my vehicle serviced there not so long ago. I had a Ford Transit and I had some spacers put on and new wheels and aligned and all that stuff. And my rear passenger side wheel is like about to come off, and fortunately I was able to pull over before anything catastrophic happened, but I can tell there's like a little bit of gap and separation from, I guess, the hub and the spacer, and so I'd like to hear what your thoughts might be on a course of action for that.
What part of the country are you in now?
Oh,
You had the transit van that we couldn't get out from underneath the building without deflating the tires, right?
yeah, that's it. Good memory.
That's the only transit van that's ever been in the building.
Okay.
I mean, where are you located?
Yeah, I'm on
left
450.
side. Is it drivable, or are you sitting on the side of the road?
No, I don't think it's drivable. I'm on the side of the road.
Jesus, I'm telling that thing's gonna be. Okay. Just trying to think, because I can't remember the spacers and everything, so. Give me a minute, let me call you right back.
Okay, thank you. Appreciate it.
Thanks, bye.
Alright, so you guys heard that. He said, I can't remember the spacers, but he had no problem remembering having to deflate the tires to get them out. And so there's actually no way those tires could have been put on this vehicle without the spacers. They would not fit. Maybe they would fit, but they wouldn't have the gap that's in them. Like, they would be sandwiched together. And that's obviously not what happened. Like, we have footage of the whole thing. So, you know, I get that it's stressful. I get that it's like a tough subject when it comes to spacers. So I have compassion in that regard. But it's definitely kind of like an exciting story with some drama unfolding. So we'll see how everyone handles it. But I got a feeling it'll all work itself out. Again, we're just really grateful that we didn't have an issue while we were driving and have a complete catastrophic failure. I mean, that really could have resulted in somebody's death. Like, no joke. So to have the opportunity to like get everything fixed and made right without that is just a true blessing. You know, I hope everyone plays fair, including myself. I'm sure we'll all have our own tricks up our sleeves, but you know, it'll all work itself out, I'm sure. So we'll 4-wheel parts will get back to me, and then we'll see how that goes. And if we have to, we'll reach back out to the inspection service that we just came from, and we'll definitely be reaching out to USWheelAdapters and seeing what's going on their end. Yep. So we'll pick back up when we get the call back. Hello?
Shut your door.
Hey.
What road are you on? Sorry, I'm assuming it's one of the rear wheels.
Yes, you got it.
Just gonna grab his stuff and come down there and see what's going on.
All right.
So, but he just got back from a test drive, that's why I'm just getting back to you now. So he's gonna grab his impacted stuff and come down and meet you down there.
All right, thank you. I appreciate it.
Any of the lug nuts or are they all on?
No, they're still all on.
Okay.
Yep. All right.
Got it, so give him a little bit and he'll be done at one.
Yeah, thank you very much. Enjoy the rest of your day.
Thank you. Bye-bye.
All right, so they're gonna send someone out here with some impact tools, and they're gonna do a professional level inspection on it, see what's going on, and assess what kind of course of action needs to happen. So that's cool. In the meantime, we're like a mile away from the house, a little bit more. I got my running Crocs on. She's got Earth Runners on, and it's time for a quick adventure back to the house to say what's up to my dog, grab some food, and probably come back here in another vehicle so that we can just kind of like do our own thing while they do what they need to do with the vehicle at the shop or something like that. So yeah, we're gonna go do that right now because we're on the clock. So yeah, let's do it. Woo! All right. The adventure continues. Come on, let's go. We gotta cross. We're never gonna make it. Hello?
Are you like at the parking lot?
I'm, yeah, just about right there. I'm like 17 feet past that little parking lot where the trail starts. So I think we're good till you get here.
Just way is up on your right-hand side. You're
Yep.
sitting near the...
All right, thank you.
Cool, no problem.
Later. All right, so some further details, coordinating the thing. Oh my God, it's true. All right, this is gonna blow your mind. Yeah, you know what it says. Look at that. Unreal. 1711. Woo! Got Jesus as our co-pilot today. All right, we're doing it. Classic run vlog on the side of the highway. It's great. So I think I have digital image stabilization on enhanced right now. I'm using a switch pod as a handle and the RF 15 to 35 lens, which has stabilization on. Let me know how it handles the running. All right, we're walking now. We're walking. Lens stabilization is on. Digital stabilization and camera is on enhanced. Canon EOS RP. RF 15 to 35 lens. Road video micro audio test. How are we feeling? We're using the switch pod and the reinforcements are now arriving.
Does it not look like a gala? Doesn't taste like a gala. Why is it in my gala bag?
All right, so they sent a guy out here for 4-wheel parts and we're gonna put it up on the lift and see what we can do to fix it. All right, so we're gonna ride on 4 of the lugs to get back to the shop. The wheel spacer is off of the passenger rear side, and there's still one on the driver rear side. So the tech said that he's confident that the vehicle will get back there with like properly torqued 4 out of the 6 lugs. So that's what we're gonna do. I'm gonna drive it back to their shop nice and slow. And you know, they said that they were going to take care of it, so that's real cool. I get that it's a pain in the ass, but it's nice to know that, you know, they're willing to make it right. I really do appreciate that. So yeah, we'll see you back at the shop. They are going to do all this stuff free of charge. They said that they'll reimburse for new wheel spacers. They're gonna take the other one off the other side so that I'm running no spacers. and they'll put the equivalent value into me getting some new spacers. I feel like it's a lack of Loctite, but I guess we'll find out. I think they're keeping that pretty close to the chest though, as far as whether there is or isn't any Loctite on those inner bolts. I'll definitely say that they looked bone dry when I saw them. I mean, I got a picture of them on the phone too. It just looks like there wasn't any red Loctite on there, and that's like literally the #1 issue using spacers. I mean, unless you've got a shitty product, but if you've got quality spacers, I mean, you absolutely have to put high strength Loctite or the nut's gonna back off and you're gonna have a failure just like we had today. I mean, it's like all the telltale signs of not having Loctite on the bolts. But yeah, we'll see how this goes moving forward. Definitely provides some excitement, but I do want to make sure everyone stays safe, and so it's really important that this thing gets done right. All right, so they're gonna fix it, and we agreed that the spacers that are on there are a quality product, and so those are the spacers we're gonna use. I am gonna get a smaller spacer. I'm gonna get 1-inch spacers instead. Those other ones were unnecessarily large. So I'm gonna get the 1-inch spacers. They're gonna reimburse after I buy them, and then I'm gonna have him specifically make sure that the Loctite gets done. Basically, he's gonna do the job. He gave me his word that, you know, he would personally take care of that, and you know, I think he pretty much runs the shop back there, so I'm glad to know that he'll be the one overseeing this, and I trust that it's all gonna be good. This all actually worked out way better than I thought it would have. I mean, I literally thought this was going to be like, you know, $1,000 of whatever and having to fight a bunch of people to try and get something done.
Yeah.
But it definitely wasn't that. So we're really grateful that we're healthy and alive, and we've got a course of action. I'm going to speed ship some new spacers out here, and he's going to hook it up. So we'll be back here. We're going to leave the Dragon Wagon here too. So yeah. When we come back, these spacers are already beyond there. Everything will be good. So we'll literally just show up, get the keys, and roll out. And she'll be good as new. Better than new. Does that sound good?
Yeah.
All right, sounds good. Be back for you, baby. It's gonna be okay. You know, indirect, direct comments around the situation was that whatever was on the studs seemed like it was still tacky, and that is not a conducive property for Loctite keeping the nuts on the lugs. So it's not supposed to be tacky, you know, weeks after the job has been done. And so there was some kind of strange anomaly going on there. But the bottom line is, it seems like everyone's in agreement that the spacers are good. We just have to have Loctite. I mean, we were literally about to lose our wheel on the highway, like moments from that occurring, because the vibrations were starting to get really strong. And it's like the time-old story. If you don't put Loctite on them and they're not installed properly, it's not going to go well. You're going to have a big failure. And we were lucky enough, aware enough to pull off before that happened. And it's all getting fixed. And our health is great. So we're blessed. More coming at you. So I just got off the phone with the wheel spacer company, USWheelAdapters.com. And now I've been on the forums, and pretty much everyone says, like, make sure you use Loctite, use red Loctite. But I just got off the phone with a gentleman there at USWheelAdapters, and he said they don't even necessarily recommend Loctite. Now what they do recommend is that you re-torque and make sure everything is still at torque spec after about 50 miles of a break-in period. So I think that may be where a primary issue lies. So after we get these new spacers, what we're going to do is just make sure that we check the torque specs after an initial break-in period. Not going to miss that one this time. But I think they're also going to use Loctite anyway. But it definitely seems like the way to make sure that things are still at torque spec, so we'll put an emphasis on that. And they weren't able to do a rush order, so it's going to be about a week and a half to 2 weeks before we got the Dragon Wagon back. Everything in its right place.
We're here after 2 weeks. The Dragon Wagon's ready to come home. I'm excited.
Let's go get the keys. Got the keys to the Dragon Wagon. Let's get this beast back to the LAIR.
Nice.
Cool. Alright, so the head mechanic just came out and had a word with me, and he said there's a fresh batch of Loctite on there, and they reached out to the company that makes the spacers, and he torqued them to 120 foot-pounds, I'm sure that is. They recommend 100 to 120, so he went 120, and he said to drive it like 25 to 50 miles and then come back, and he said he'll pull the outer wheels off and just re-torque them, make sure everything's good, and then that should be everything that needs to happen I suppose until the next tire rotation. So I'm feeling confident. I'm feeling like everybody learned a lot in the process, and they've been a real pleasure to work with. I'm sure it's a pain in the ass, but everybody definitely has gotten a lot smarter. So I'm excited to try this out. Definitely grateful to have such cool tires on the Dragon Wagon. So yeah, we're gonna go and enjoy it, and we're gonna make it work, and we're gonna keep taking that road less traveled and taking those risks because we love the rewards and we love doing something different and something special. See you back at the LAIR.
Okay, see you home.
Alright, baby.
With our trusty steed.
That's right. First adventure back with the Dragon Wagon. Huh.
It already feels like we're back home after not being home for a long time.
Yeah, definitely does. We're really excited. We are re-motivated. It was really great to have a break and the ability to focus on making our videos and building our photography and videography business. And now we're re-inspired, and we are going to be tackling the plumbing and the electrical soon. So
Ooh.
Big, major, vital systems. Yeah, it's very exciting.
We're gonna have this thing done in like a month.
Yeah, I think we're gonna get some good speed and good progress. And the van felt great. We drove it back here and no issues. We're not gonna drive it too much because we want to bring it back there and have it retorqued, or we might just do it ourselves. You just need to pull off the outer wheels and then retorque everything with the spacers. So, should be great.
Take us away, baby.
Onward.